Hello everybody, Andy here again. Well, it's been a week since I last confessed, or since I last did my video, and as the title of this video explains, it's that time again. At the moment, this is one of those times of the year when I'm always busy, or generally busy anyway. This year has been exceptionally busy because of obviously the road trip as well. But in May of most years, missed last year, but in May of most years, I'm involved with a radio station called Hastings Rock. Any new subscribers to me who weren't here 2 years ago when I made a similar video were probably thinking, what's all that about? Well, I'll put a link down there to explain to the website hastingsrock.co.uk as to what it's all about. It's a local radio station, only on for 28 days. I'm the chairman of the station. I'm a DJ on the station, and I deal with all the local music on the station, so I have to put all that together and present a local music show as well. I'm also involved with collating a top 50 that we're going to be doing throughout the final night of the broadcast, which is a week this coming Friday. So it's very busy time, and tied up with everything else, it means I have to, as you have to do, you have to start thinking, right, prioritising your time. So YouTube time for me is very limited. I've only been watching very few videos, ones that sort of jump out at me. I suppose those sort of favourite ones about the road trip, or the odd one that sort of takes my fancy, because I'm trying to listen to the station as well, and also because I'm trying to do other things. I've still got loads of things that I've been trying to do. I've still got loads of video footage from the road trip I haven't even looked at yet. I've got photographs that I still haven't sorted out. I've done most of them, but I still haven't got them sorted out. I've got video footage from the Beatles Day, which I did in April, which I still haven't looked at. Once again, a bit like the road trip, I just picked out individual performances, things that could be edited together very quickly and sort of put them out onto the internet straight away. But I've got to go and revisit that. So when June comes, maybe I'll have a bit more time. But there's nothing wrong with being busy. It's good to be involved in things. It's one of those things that I say yes to these things, whether it be to do Beatles Day, whether it to do these road trips or something like that, or even the Hastings Rock Station. They're all things that I enjoy doing, things that I'm sort of proud of doing as well. And I suppose I'm lucky that I have that involvement, that I'm able to do that type of thing. With any of these events, people say, oh, I wish I could do that. Well, there you go. Sometimes you have to say yes, or have to be in the right place at the right time, and then say yes to these things. So I'm not complaining in any way whatsoever, but it just means that it's a busy time. So there you go. So I'm not going to be around a great deal, maybe make the odd comment here and there. But the other thing I wanted to touch on very briefly was, I just noticed yesterday was YouTube's 5th anniversary, or 5th birthday, or whatever. And I thought about making this video yesterday, but time didn't allow me to do it, I suppose. And it's sort of, I've done loads of videos about YouTube and my time on YouTube, so I didn't want to go about that quite so much, but it suddenly struck me last night that people are doing videos about their time, etc. I've just seen one from Geriatric 1927, Peter, about his YouTube story. Mine will be considerably longer, I imagine, than his 1.5 minute video. But it got me thinking about this, our relationship with YouTube. We all, as I said, I'm like everybody, we moan about it, it has its ups and downs, and it reminded me of a relationship, a marriage, or whatever it might be, that we can look at this, that sort of analogy that goes in there, is that my time with YouTube has been a bit like that. You have that first burst of enthusiasm where you never want to be apart, and you're uploading videos, you're getting involved in things, and it's the new kid on the block, and you're really excited about this type of thing. And then you get into that more sort of stable relationship. But there are times, as in any relationship, relationships don't work, that people leave, then they may well come back again, but they have arguments and they ran off and then they come back or something, or they disappear for a while, or they make rants and they sort of rant on air or whatever it might be, and they go, they have arguments, etc. Or you can just grow tired of something, and sometimes a relationship comes to an end in a natural sort of way. It sort of just dissolves, I suppose, after a while. So lots of those analogies, and it's just one of those things. I think that sometimes relationships don't work out. Things come to an end naturally. Sometimes that burst of enthusiasm comes along, and other times there are other things that come along within a relationship which make you turn corners. It might, you know, the relationship's still there, but you do start attacking these things in a slightly different way. Real life or whatever, something far more important comes along that you have to sidetrack, but you have to take a step that side, or whatever it is, while you leave the other person there while you go and deal with this business or something like that, and then you come back and then you start again. So, and the burst of enthusiasm, you might have that sort of second honeymoon, you know, but that type of thing that comes along, or a 7-year itch or a 5-year itch or whatever it might be. So there you go. It's just a quick thought about that. And I think my relationship with YouTube is a bit like that. It's been like that for sort of 3.5 years. It's been a constant. It's always there, and I think it always will be. But there are those moments when you have to take a step to the side, or take a step back, or maybe even run away for a little bit, and then come back and have a burst of enthusiasm again. So, a little analogy. I wonder what other people think about that, whether they can see that sort of analogy, or maybe you've got your own analogy as well. And you know, what is your relationship? Do you see it as a relationship? More questions from me. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there sort of fairly quickly and explain what I'm up to at the moment. I've had a couple of people get in touch with me by sort of Twitter or whatever, email or whatever, to the Hastings Rock Station, the radio station, because I'm on air at certain times. And what I've been doing, I've been sort of tweeting just before I go on air or when I'm on air, and other people have actually logged on and sort of listened online, and that's great. We've got a Facebook page you can get involved with it there, and we tend to use Facebook in the studio to, you know, get people involved with the station. That's the type of place it is. The DJs are interacting online as well as on air, I suppose, as well. So if you want to have a look, as I said, follow the link down there. You can have a look at all the links to the Facebook page and the Twitter page and the MySpace page and all those sort of things, and the Listen Live link are on the website as well. If you're a Mac user, when you do go to the Listen Live link there, choose the Winamp option, and that will usually open iTunes automatically. So there you go. So if you're interested, you can find all the schedules of when I'm on as well. I'm usually on at midday on a Saturday, and all next week I'm on between midday and 4 p.m. Obviously that's British time for all those people in completely different time zones all over the world. So if you do listen in, if you like what you hear, it's all rock music, by the way. If you do like, drop us an email at the email address dj@hastingsrock.co.uk when I'm on the air, and I'll give you a mention maybe, wherever you are in the world. Isn't that the beauty of the internet in its entirety, YouTube, radio, or whatever? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there and get back to doing something else that I probably should be doing already. Thanks very much for your time. Goodbye.